right, everyone, let's get those hips up.
Galen, what are you guys doing? Get back to work.
Victoria, we're doing the bridge.
I hate you.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Cambridge, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Cambridge. I'm Marcus Veazey, and here's what's up. I hope everyone had an amazing last 2 weeks and a great holiday break. But now it's time to get back to work. The deadline for course corrections has been extended. Watch this for more information.
Hey there, are you missing a class or have a course you would like to add or change? Well, you better hurry, because the deadline is due on the 14th, or in other words, today. You can find the forms at the front desk at the counselor office. Please submit the completed form to the counseling office or to your counselor via email. So what are you waiting for? Submit that form today.
As we're entering a new school year, we have a lot of new protocols on campus. Here's this week's Newswire with more information.
Welcome back, Bears. As we return to in-person school, here are a few reminders about the current protocols. To begin, all students and staff are required to wear masks while on campus, and no visitors are allowed on campus. If a student does not wear their mask properly, they will be given a disciplinary consequence and may be sent home. Masks are also still required on buses. Further guidelines will be given on January 21st. The bell schedule will go on as usual without A or B lunch, and students are encouraged to distance themselves. If cases continue to rise, A and B lunches may return. Additionally, no food or drink is allowed in class. All athletics and events are also operating at limited capacity, but all field trips, club meetings, and off-season workouts for this week have been canceled. If you start to feel sick during the day, please visit the clinic. For more information on these protocols, please visit the Cambridge website. Stay safe, Bears!
Seniors, listen up. The CHS PTSA will be awarding 4 $500 scholarships to 2022 graduates, including 2 scholarships awarded on behalf of the Class of 2020 Endowment Fund. To be eligible, you must be a full-time student attending CHS, have a student membership in the CHS PTSA, and have demonstrated excellence in behavior and discipline during your high school career. Scan the QR code on screen for more information and to apply. Speaking of college, if you don't know what you want to do when you're older, check out Cambridge's career testing.
Are you questioning your future? The ASVAB test can help you narrow it down. The test assists students in realizing their strengths as it relates to planning for college, career, or military. The hour-and-a-half assessment will be offered to all interested 10th and up students. The assessment will be administered on January 26th during school hours. Students who register will receive a pass to report to a computer lab, and all absences will be excused. Students are responsible for making up any missed work.
Switching gears, we have a lot to catch up on from the last month with our sports teams. So next up is this week's Bottom Line.
What's up, Cambridge? I'm Janie Spiller, and this is the Bottom Line. After a long winter break, we have a lot of catching up to do. Let's get right into it. To begin, last Saturday, our wrestlers competed at the region duels. Our Bears ended up taking home 3rd place after some great matches on Saturday. On Wednesday, they also had a great match against Denmark and Hampton. Tomorrow, they will be taking on their sectional duels. Make sure to come support, and best of luck, Bears. Up next, let's take a look at our boys and girls basketball teams. This past Tuesday, they both played challenging games against Johns Creek. Tonight, they both play Riverwood, girls at 6 and boys at 7:30. Don't forget to wear your Hawaiian and show out. And lastly, swim and dive is showing out with some incredible times and placements. These Bears have claimed 7 Fulton County Championship titles this season. Last weekend at the Campo Marietta Invite, our boys took home 2nd and girls took home 1st. These Bears also had an eventful meet at Wesleyan last night. They are now gearing up for the Metro Championship next Friday. Keep up the good work, Bears. That's all for this week, Bears. Now back to you, Marcus.
Thanks, Janie. If you have a habit of parking in other people's parking spots, you need to watch this.
Juniors and seniors, please make sure you are parking in your correct spot. Parking in the front of the school in the visitors or handicapped spot is prohibited. Sharing passes with other students is also not allowed. Parking in the wrong spot could result in getting booted, having your car towed, or even losing your parking spot for the rest of the year. Park in the correct spot, Bears.
And whatever you do, do not park in the wrong spot and then afterwards try to go to your car to leave campus in the middle of school. For more information on what that means, listen up.
Hey Cambridge students, here are some important attendance reminders. Cambridge is not an open campus, meaning that students are not allowed to come and go as they please. There are protocols in place to check out in the middle of the day. Some of these reasons include coming down with a sickness while at school, and then if this happens, you must go to the clinic and check out via the attendance office, or have a written note from a parent or guardian that includes a date and time of checkout, a phone number where a parent or guardian can be contacted for verification, and reason for checkout. And lastly, pre-approved absence forms are accepted.
Cambridge, please pause for a moment of quiet reflection. If you have an announcement you'd like to submit, please head over to CambridgeBearsVideo.com, hover over the Bridge tab, and click on Request a Segment. Also, make sure to follow us on social media at Cambridge_Bears_Network. Next up is this week's Primetime. Welcome to Primetime, Bears. This week, Galen and I are going to kick off the new semester in the only way we know possible, by making fun of the entirety of last semester's shows. Check it out with this new edition of Galen and Garcus.
What's up, Cambridge? I'm Galen.
And I'm Marcus.
And this is Galen and Garcus.
Hey guys, welcome back to
Galen and Garcus. Hey Bears, welcome back to Galen and Garcus, the show where I'm Galen.
And I'm Garcus.
Today, we're gonna be ranking our worst sketches from the first semester.
Our criteria is funniness, plot, acting ability, smell, and texture.
This list will actually be really hard to make considering we're pretty funny.
But even the funniest comedians have their lows. So at number 5, we have our senioritis sketch.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
We were talking about senioritis. I don't even know what Katie's talking about.
Oh yeah, senioritis. I have that really bad in my knee right now.
Coming off of our banger of a first sketch, we let the entire school down with one of our worst pieces of comedy ever created.
The acting in this one was at an all-time low, which is weird considering 60% was just awkward silence.
After discussion with some students, we actually concluded that nobody even remembers this sketch, with one person even claiming, "What is the bridge? Like the Golden Gate?"
We contemplated kidnapping them, but we already did that last semester.
And speaking of that, let's move on to number 4.
It should be no surprise that number 4 is Zach's kidnapping bit.
Is this some kind of game to you?
I have no idea where I am.
Hey, I ain't asked for any lip.
And you know what? I'm gonna say it. This one wasn't even our fault. Zach really dropped the ball on this one.
He just had to ruin everything.
I mean, look at his dumb face. Look at his dumb face.
Leave it to Zach Harris to ruin something that would otherwise be perfect.
I mean, at least Galen and I kept it out of the bottom 3 because it goes real downhill at our next spot. At number 3, we have our 10-hour reading of the Oxford English Dictionary.
Macaron, macaroni, macaronic, macaroni, macaronis, macaroni penguin, macaronis, macaronism, macaroni wheat, macaroon. I'm not gonna lie, there were some pretty funny words like bodacious, malarkey, and nincompoop. And fart. Good one, Marcus. But most were duds like the, and, quantum, and math. Overall, the bit did not need to be that long. It got really stale after the Fs. Coming in at our number 2 spot, we have a sketch that, in all honesty, we thought would perform really well. Yeah, this was a disappointment. At number 2, we have Among Us Bad Timing number 125, Funny Moments.
Yeah, you know, the vent plays in this one were just not up to par, and when Fun unmuted his mic during that double kill, it really killed the whole vibe.
Oh, I'm about to get this kill.
Fun, mute your stupid mic. You always do this.
God. Got it. Got the kill.
You ruin the game every round.
To the teachers and probably a good bit of students who don't understand the joke or think it's funny, don't worry. It wasn't funny to begin with.
Before we hit number 1, here's a list of some honorable mentions for worst sketch of the last semester.
At number 1, we have one of our worst attempts at not just comedy, but entertainment in general. Number 1 is Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, I don't know what we were thinking with this one. Our writing got so bad at one point that there were multiple Spider-Mans on screen at one time.
Not to mention, we had the wrong Statue of Liberty in this shot. Really careless of us.
And on top of everything, Andrew Garfield was one of the worst actors I've ever had to work with.
We didn't even plan on him being in the movie. He just showed up at my house one day and started crawling around on the ceiling. Luckily, we had some cameras rolling so we could use the footage in the movie, but it was tough.
At least you didn't have to deal with the Green Goblin actor. He literally killed my Aunt May at one point.
Well, it did make her performance more realistic. At least the cameras were rolling.
Very true. Well, Bears, that's our segment. Do you agree with our list?
What did you think our worst sketch was?
Did we have any good sketches last semester?
What would you change?
Did the joke of this Galen and Garcus even translate at all?
These are all questions we don't actually care about your answer to.
And now, we don't know how to end this bit, so I'm just gonna keep talking until something happens.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Okay. Better than last time.
I still want a spectacular failure.
Here we go, round 2, baby. No. Oh! Alright? Yeah.
There were some pretty funny words.
Okay, that was the way you said that. So funny.
I'm not gonna lie, there were some pretty funny words, like, I forgot them.
Hey, I heard you guys were making fun of me in this week's episode.
Oh, well, it was just like playful, like banter, you know?
So you guys are gonna make fun of me when you guys were the ones begging me to get on your show so you could get followers on your little Instagram account for a show that sucks and steals ideas. Oh, and Kanye sucks.
That was unnecessary.